Oh, looky here. A box. I wonder what's in the box. Ooh. Let's take a better look at this thing, shall we? Ooh. It has a little cleaning cloth. Comes in this nice little leather bag. Let's take a look at this. Oh, very nice. Nice steel construction. Not bad. Oh, and some instructions. Do not aim lens directly at sunlight. Well, there goes my plans for the day. I have no idea what to do with myself now. I know. Let's go aim it at a bunch of other things. Who's coming with me? I'm gonna need that. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Let's get the obvious out of the way. I cut my hair. That was mostly due to the fact that this is summer, and as much as I love my hair long, it was time. But on to more exciting and more fascinating things. This is the Neewer 25mm lens. It came in the mail yesterday, and although for this video I was originally intending to show you guys some stop motion, I actually kind of forgot that stop motion takes a lot of time to do it. Therefore, I kind of ran out of time as the video is supposed to be released by tomorrow, but still in the spirit of wanting to do something different, and since the lens had just come in, I'm like, well, let's try this out by doing something I don't usually do, which is street photography. I never do it. I'm only a couple kilometers away from downtown, and we're gonna go down there. But this is gonna be interesting because even though there's nothing wrong with doing this way, or the other way, I don't like taking photos of anybody without them knowing I'm doing it. So again, why it's mostly just me on the lens. There's not usually anybody around me, and when there is, unless it's clearly intentional, it's usually just completely accidental, not intended at all. So this is gonna be interesting because it's Saturday, it's about noon, and we're gonna go do street photography downtown. Let's see how this turns out. I'm actually quite excited to see how this turns out. And I will be, although I'm not going to say I'm going to be exclusively using this lens, I'll probably throw my kit lens on a 24mm for a couple shots just to give you guys an idea. But this is not a strict comparison. This is just to give you guys an idea of what you guys are going to be getting with this lens for the price range that it's in. Without further ado, let's get out there and put a lens on it. For a lot of these photos, I wanted to give you guys a variety between color, monochrome, portrait, and wide-angle shots. Just so you guys can see what the lens is capable of. And obviously, if you choose to pick up the lens yourself, you can dial in your own settings. This is just what I prefer. Apologies guys, a little loud here, but hopefully you get my point. Alright, so I figured we would start by shooting in the area that I was, just the little park down there, and we're moving across the bridge right now. And I figured once we get down to downtown, then I'll just pretty much keep the 25mm on the camera at all times. Hopefully you guys can make out what I'm saying. I really hope you can. Anyway, we're just walking across the bridge right now. You can see these metal poles behind me. It's kind of a sad story as to why they were put on there in the first place, but hopefully you get the idea. Alright, we'll talk to you guys in a bit. And in this next little section, you can see a shot of the bridge while I'm on it, the local Niagara radio house, or one of them anyway, the one I like, the War Memorial, and the Town Hall. This one was shot in both color and in monochrome, just to give you guys a little bit of variety. You know, I have to say, what an absolutely wonderful day to go out here and do some street photography, any type of photography really. Just an absolutely beautiful day. The sun is just right where you can go, just look up, capture perfect images of clouds, no filters needed. Like, this is just awesome. And for once, it's not raining. So that's always an added bonus, considering none of my stuff is waterproof. So yeah, just an absolutely wonderful day for this. Let's go out and see what else we can find before we wrap this video up. And in this last section of collages, we have a local bar that was, back when I was growing up, was called the Chili Pepper. This is kind of what's just left of it. The rest of the photos, I took an alternative route downtown and ended up finding some amazing graffiti wall art. And I'm like, this is just too cool not to include it in here. So that's where these photos came from. The lens itself seems to be very versatile, as it's able to pick up the darker things, like the train was underneath a bridge and it was really dark down there, and I felt it picked it up great. And it's also able to pick up a lot of things in really high light situations, which is awesome. Right, now that I'm taking a little bit of a quieter way back, it's time for my overall thoughts on the Neewer 25mm lens. Is it worth it, or is it a waste? In my opinion, guys, I think this is one of the best lenses you can put on the Canon M50. Like, this has just been an awesome day going out, getting all kinds of awesome shots. And I hope you guys agree with me. I really do, because I love this thing. I actually wish Neewer made more lenses that, you know, were budgetary lenses, because this one could be picked up for about $70 Canadian. So when I got it, I wasn't expecting much. But now that I've seen what I've seen, like, this is just absolutely incredible that a $70 lens can do this. And I 100% 10 out of 10 recommend. Absolutely no hesitation. Kind of makes me wonder, what else should I pick up? You know, do you guys have a suggestion for a video in the future? Whether it be an artsy craftsy episode, product testing? Let me know in the comments below. So, be sure to snap a photo of that like button, hit the subscribe, and that little bell so you don't miss any of the future videos that Category 7 is going to be putting out. Next week, we're doing stop motion. Next video, I mean. Not next week, as we are switching to bi-weekly, and our new release dates are going to be on Sundays. As I feel like those days I will have more time to actually process the videos. So when you're doing it in 4K, it takes about 5 hours on my computer. By the time you actually put it onto the computer, start processing it, and then upload it, it's about 5 hours. So I figured Sundays would be a lot better day to do it than the middle of my work week at my other job. So, with that being said, let's continue. And standing behind me, sadly, is the remains of the 140-year-old Welland house, which is what inspired this particular video. You know, 140 years of history gone up in a cloud of smoke. Ironically, it went up in renovations trying to prevent this exact same thing from happening. But it happens, which is what made me want to do one of these videos where I was just going around doing street photography of what's out there, because you never know. I think we as people forget that everything has an expiration date. And, you know, you want to get out there and see some of this stuff while you still can, while it's still there for us to see. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day it is. And if you see something you like, put a lens on it. I'll see you guys in the next one.